Hello friends, I'm Sarah Rose and this is a video. Inktober is finally over, so I got back to using my watercolor paintings and I have to say I was very relieved. So over Inktober I did learn how to ink better and I became more comfortable with it, but it's just not the same as using watercolor and pencil. I get to add color and have fun. So today I used my Winsor Newton Cotman paint, and I used Pinterest as usual for my references, and I used my Dixon Ticonderoga black pencil HB2 to sketch. And right now I'm just drawing. I honestly had a hard time drawing today. Or yesterday. I drew and painted this last night. But I had a hard time drawing it for some reason. I was excited and thought it would go really well, and then as I started painting it, the paint started to granulate weirdly on his cheek. And I had a comment about that on one of my previous videos, asking about granulation with this paint, and I didn't think my paint ever really did that, but I used some like brown color in his cheek and it granulated horribly. So later I removed it with some paper towel and layered on top, and I made it work. So yeah. Deep inhale. Okay. Oh, now I'm zoomed in close. See, I'm still trying to keep up with the cool camera angles in this video. Sometimes I forget when I'm painting with watercolor to move the angles around, but I remember when I was drawing it. Woo! Still going strong with that pencil. Yeah, I'm still just drawing it right now. I'm trying to draw a jacket and a shirt, and it ends up looking cool. At this point I was kind of tired. It was probably like 9 o'clock when I was recording this drawing part. And I was just a sleepy little baby. But I kept going. Okay, now I'm taking out the Daler Rowney affordable watercolor brushes, simply watercolor brushes. They're linked in the description box, along with like everything else. And I'm just mixing some paints here using my Winsor and Newton Cotman palette. So yeah, as I mix these, I might as well tell you guys, I made a Patreon. I mentioned it in my last video, but it's like up, and I'm gonna be adding things as rewards for my different patron levels. I don't have any patrons yet, but my mom promised she would become one. At the end of this video, I am going to include some information about my Patreon, so stick around, please. It's only like an extra minute, and yeah, I'm gonna also upload a video about like my Patreon and stuff, my goals, the rewards I give you guys, just a little bit more in depth. But in this one I thought it'd be a good idea to breeze over it. Alright, back to the painting. See, I'm trying to make this look painterly and super cool. I was using like references from Rembrandt and stuff. Just like I want to have layered colors that look cool. I don't know, look cool is really general, but maybe you know what I mean. At this point I just put down that darker brown and it started granulating really horribly. You'll see it eventually. In other news, I got a new water bottle. Okay, yeah, I just took off that paint on his cheek and I painted over it again after it dried a little bit. I think maybe I layered down too much water and the paper has a strong tooth, so I'm wondering if the paint just settled in. And I think this paint that I was using had a lot of different pigments, so that might have something to do with it too, like the mixture I made. Yeah. Ooh, the colors that I'm using predominantly in this video are the same colors besides the skin tone that I used in my zombie painting that I did during Inktober. So Maybe it has something to do with how like that color sat for a long time, but you can leave watercolor sitting for a long time and it's still supposed to, like, you know, you re-wet it and it works. So I don't understand. For his hair, I used brown, grayish blue, purple, some red, made it curly, looks cute. Okay, here we go. And now I'm just adding more brown to the cheek and trying to add shadow. Cause wow, sorry, I'm breathing so hard into the microphone. The reference that I used, the guy, it was a black and white reference, and he had a lot of shadow on that side of his face, and I was trying to replicate that. But I did notice after I added eyebrows, it looked a lot better. And I do end up using my colored pencils in this, because I felt like this painting needed it, and at this point I was like really tired of how this looked, and I didn't like it. It just wasn't turning out the way I wanted. So, oh, and I just painted his eyes using like the same color that I used for his hair. And if I do say so myself, it's looking much better than it was looking. Now I'm adding more shadow to his cheek and his chin, and I'm zoomed out. Look at those nails. Ooh, they're pretty. Oh, and I forgot about his jacket, and I was tired of this painting, but I was like, let me just slap this paint on here. But look at this. The paint's like settling in weirdly, and it wasn't working super well. You could definitely tell on the right side, and I just like gave up. I wasn't gonna keep working on it. It was like 11 o'clock at this point. It took me forever to do this for some reason. Do this painting, but it does turn out well. So now I'm whipping out the colored pencils. I just showed you guys Prang in warm gray, and I'm using that for some of his shadows. Some of the shadows on his face. Oh, now I'm using Blue by Prang for more shadows. Now that's Plum by Prang for some redness in his face. I put it on his cheeks. I just keep going. Look at that. Lightly. Now that's Brown by Crayola. Because I just felt like brown would look good. Sorry I'm not so upbeat in this video, guys. I'm still kind of sick. I wasn't sick and it came back, so I'm a little bit tired. And last night I stayed up a little bit late, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Oh, now I'm using Black by Prang to define his face more and add some hairs and eyebrows and add some more shadow to his forehead. Oh, hey kitty. My cat Casper's in here now. He probably won't meow. Oh, I hope I caught that. Oh my god, he meowed. Huh. Okay, still using that black color to add. Oh, I also added to the pupils a little bit. Now I I took out my, oh, hey kitty. My Jelly Roll pen in white to add some shine to his hair. Oh, come up here, kitty cat. Some shine to his hair and his eyeballs, and I think as soon as I did that, I was like, yes, this painting looks fun. Not fun, it looks fine. Oh, cutie patootie, my kitty cat. Let's see, can you hear him purr? Oh, he's rubbing his head against the microphone. Yeah, so this is it. This is how the painting turned out. I think it looks super awesome, especially considering that I thought it looked terrible from the beginning. Okay, so as I said earlier in the video, I did create a Patreon page, and I will be making a video just about my Patreon, but I thought I would just breeze over it right now in this video so that you can understand it right now. So the first, you can pledge to me for $1 a month, so you can support me on Patreon and become my patron for $1 a month. And for just $1, you get a weekly video update, and you get the opportunity to take part in my polls that are only available to my patrons that will choose my video topic. The second option is $3 a month, and you become my patron, you get a weekly update, the opportunity to take part in my polls, and you also get extra photos that I don't post on Instagram and that are only available for patrons that pledge $3 and up. So the third option is you get the video, the photos that are only available for patrons, voting in my polls, and you also get a picture of my underdrawing that I used for that week's video. And if you're feeling saucy, you can choose my fourth option and become a unicorn. For the low price of $15 a month, you get everything you would get for $5 a month. So you get the video, the pictures, the opportunity to vote in the polls, and you get the underdrawing. And you get your name on my video outro. So, your name on my video credits. Limited time offer, guys, because there's a limited amount of people, 505 remaining, who get this opportunity. Yeah, I'm just trying to give you guys options. But in all reality, $1, $3, and $5 is fine. And don't feel pressured or anything, but it would just be awesome if you would come over and support me on my Patreon. So yeah, become my patron. Also follow me on the social media. It's linked in the description box. So are all the art supplies I used. Okay, bye.